Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the importance of yoga towards a better life. Due to a sudden emotional and physical growth, the teenagers are in a constant struggle with their evolving personality. So we begin to distance ourselves from our parents. Even our relationship with our peer group witness some sort of deviation, showing strong feelings and intense emotions to everyone with whom we are in relation in a common affair. It isn't that these things are happening without our knowledge, it's as part of our growth. Yes, we know that our behavior was rude and unacceptable, yet we can't act in a way we are expected to. Why don't we try to find some solutions to this acute problem and retain our reputation among our parents, peer groups, and even teachers? Practicing yoga will help us maintain a tranquil mind which is capable of handling even tough situations with utmost wisdom. Practice of yoga is an art and science dedicated to creating union between body, mind and spirit. The practice of yoga was evolved in India some 5 millennium ago. It was a great sage Patanjali who formed the structural framework for yoga practice. And he described the eight-limbed path of yoga in Yoga Sutra. And it is amazing to know that he formed the structure of yoga that we follow even today about 2000 years ago. So, yoga is a non competitive activity, so anyone can practice it irrespective of his or her physical competence. It permits a group performance which gives enough room for making it more interesting by means of doing it in form of choir, dance, etc. Even if you could not do it like others, don't be desperate because no one can do it perfect. When we focus on deliberate movements of our body organs, we forget that things that have been disturbing us and gradually our mind becomes stress free and peaceful. Let us see the eightfold paths of yoga which is framed by Patanjali. First one, Yama. It's a set of universal moralities one has to follow. Compassion for all living things, commitment to truthfulness, determination not to steal anything, controlling oneself, and the decision to use only what we need are the major courses one has to pursue in order to follow the first step of yoga. Second one, Niyama. Niyama means rules or law. These are the rules prescribed for personal observances. They are Swas, inner and outer purity and cleanliness. Santosha, the state of being modest and content. Tapas, keeping the body fit and handling the inner urges without outer shows. Swadhyaya, intentionally finding self awareness in all our activities and efforts. And the last one, Ishvara Pranidhana, contemplation on God in order to become attuned to God and God's will. And the third main path is asanas. It is a practice of physical postures. Most of us are familiar with this limb of yoga. The practice of moving the body into postures has different benefits, improving health, strength, balance, and flexibility are few of them. On a deeper level, the practice of asana is used as a tool to calm down the mind and move into the inner essence of being. The fourth fold is pranayama. Pranayama is the measuring, controlling, and directing the breath. It controls the energy within the organisms in order to restore and maintain health and to promote evolution. And the fifth fold is pratyahara. It's a practice of drawing back or retreating. It can be seen as a practice of non attachment to scenarial distractions as well as constantly return to the path of self realization and achievement of internal peace. When we are so absorbed in the process of meditation, pratyahara occurs almost automatically. Sixth fold path is dharana. The process of holding the concentration or focus attention in only one direction is called dharana. In the process of dharana, mind becomes stilled and is free from all sorts of mental torments. When the mind is purified by means of yoga practice, it can focus on one object or point of experience. The seventh one is dhyana. Dhyana means worship, the perfect contemplation. It involves concentration upon a point of focus with the intention of knowing the truth about it. And the last one is samadhi. This is the final step in the eightfold path of yoga. It is the attainment of samadhi. Samadhi can be defined as the state of being together or merging with the divine. In this state, the body and the senses are at rest as if we were in a sleep, yet the mind and reason is awake. It is not that much easy to practice all the eightfold paths at a time. So, as beginners, we may start practicing asanas and pranayama. The other path may be practiced under the guidance of an instructor. Now, we'll see some guidelines for practicing yoga. Moderate the level of intensity. It is not necessary that you should follow the difficult and extreme postures right from the beginning of practicing yoga. You are recommended to start slowly and make sure you understand the alignment of postures. Now, how to choose postures? You need to follow the postures that look like you can do. Postures done on this floor seems to be easier than standing postures as they do not require as much strength or balance. Likewise, postures that have longer recommended hold times are going to be easier to do. You are recommended to practice yoga between 15 to 19 minutes a day and 3 to 6 times per week. You can use loose, comfortable clothing or tights will be the most suitable clothes while practicing yoga. And it is not advisable to eat or drink right before practicing yoga. Make sure that you have period of not less than 1 to 3 hours between consuming and yoga practice. Drink only small amount of water before practice and avoid drinking during your practice session as much as possible. In some situations, you are not advised to practice yoga, like when girls have menstruations or you have some physical alignment like fever, high blood pressure, and injuries to the knees, shoulders, and neck are all the conditions where certain postures must be avoided and special care must be taken in all postures. So, everyone, please start practicing yoga. Be healthy and be peaceful always. Thank you.